Have you ever been invited to a party that's thrown by a close family member or a friend, and you don't really want to go, but at the same time you think it's rude to say no, so you go ahead, you show up, and it's a terrible get-together. The party's boring, the music is bad, you're having a bad time, nobody seems to be having a good time. At the end of the party, you collect your coat and your things, you go home and you just breathe a sigh of relief that dreadful experience is over. But then a few months later, you get an email or a text from the person who threw the party and says, hey, that party was such a resounding success and I enjoyed it so much that I decided to make an annual tradition and invite you to another party of his. Yeah, in the spirit of that exact feeling, we have Marvel announcing that the Hellfire Gala will be back for a third year. Hellfire Gala 2023, this time it's personal. So Marvel will be holding the Hellfire Gala. We're going to be voting again on another X-Men. It's going to be held or starting January 31st, which has already begun of the course of after recording of this video. And so, yeah, here we are. It's going to come out in July 2023. Who in the world is asking for another Hellfire Gala? What bizarre world that we live in are we on our third of this stupid Mutant Prom event? The dumb fashion rollouts that they do in the weeks leading up to it, the stupid, cringy celebrity cameos, and the absolute nothing burger of events that always come out of them. Let's look at the events that have come out of the Hellfire Gala. So we had the trial of Magneto, which ended up being nothing because it was the murder of the Scarlet Witch, but then by the end of the story, she's not murdered anymore, and Magneto didn't do it. It was towed, by the way, spoiler alert. And then the second Hellfire Club spun out Hellfire Gala. We got a weird crossover with Wolverine and Spider-Man where they go fight the T-1000 version of Moira. And then that dreadful Avengers versus X-Men versus Eternals versus all rational thought and story structure. Yeah, that's what these things birth. So not only are they terrible events, but they just kind of herald more terrible events to follow that come from the pages. And then you have to put up with the awfulness that is the gala itself. I'll at least give them, I remember when I reviewed it last year, they at least learned from the first Hellfire Gala where they literally made it a month and a half long, 16-book crossover event, and they edited the whole mess down to just one oversized comic. I say we keep doing that. Let's prune this thing down to a 15-page free comic book day offering at this point, because that's still too much to pay to have to endure another issue of the Hellfire Gala. But I think that's at least the least they can do for their poor audience having to suffer through this stupid mess for a third year in a row. So just like in my party illustration that I gave, why won't anybody tell the editors of the X book nobody wants this? Nobody gives two damns about the Hellfire Gala, this stupid homecoming dance that they throw on Krakoa once a year. Enough. If there was one thing in all of Western comics to point to when somebody asks, hey, why do you suppose Western comics are in such the tank right now? I would point to the fact that we're about to release our third Hellfire Gala comic. A comic book that nobody asked for, even fewer people want, and even fewer people than that actually enjoy. Good Lord. It's like I'm in some weird kind of Groundhog's Day where everybody took stupid pills at the Marvel publishing offices, and they just have to re-release this drivel. And I almost feel bad because I feel like there's somebody who is suffering under the delusion of, the people really can't wait for the Hellfire Gala. I can't wait to write this comic book about a party and release it out to the masses so that everybody can look at the fashion and see these random character interactions and then forget it until another year comes along. And these X-Men votes are so stupid. You vote one member onto the X-Men, and now the X-Men writers just kind of burdened to put them on. Last year it was Firestar. The year before that it was Polaris. This year I saw the nominees. I believe the nominees are Cannonball, Jubilee, The Juggernaut, Frenzy, and Prodigy. I believe that's all of them. Okay. Juggernaut is a stupid addition. The only time Juggernaut was ever on the X-Men was under one of the Jason Aaron run, which is I think it was Jason Aaron, one of the worst runs in X-Men history. And Jubilee's pretty much a staple. Prodigy's a new character. We don't really know a lot about what he's about. Cannonball, again, he's been on the X-Men quite a few times. None of this is breaking the bank. Frenzy is another former villain. Used to be a Marauder, I believe, or a Hellion. So, yeah. I mean, that's what's going to happen. The future of Krakoa belongs to you. Choose wisely. Whatever. So as per usual, we will cover the Hellfire Gala. We'll look at all of the beautiful fashions that get rolled out in preparation for the Hellfire Gala. We'll discuss them all as we see them, and we'll talk about whatever stupid insults to your intelligence revelations come out of this, a third party on Krakoa. So happy Mutant Prom, everybody. It's going to be another summer of garbage events. But what do you guys think? Are you looking forward to the dumb Hellfire Gala? Are you excited for this? Did you like the first two? Is this something you're really, really looking forward to being a part of? Or are you just going to pass this by and, like me, just hope this vanishes? I know that they got the Fall of the Mutant slated, which I'm guessing is probably the event that's going to bore out of this stupid event, or stupid Hellfire Gala. I can only hope that whatever happens in the Fall of the Mutants finally throws this stupid annual event into a unmarked grave and leaves it gone forever. I mean, at this point, I would take an event just called Brand New Day X, where Mephisto gets rid of the Krakoan era in exchange for Jean and Scott's marriage. I don't know. But whatever it takes, retcon it, errata it, whatever, time travel, Galactus, however you got to get rid of this stupid era of the X-Men, please do it. And while you're down there in the comments, tell me what you think. Please hit like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. I would love to have you, and I'm going to leave it there. I will talk to you on the next video. Happy Mutant Prom, everybody, and see you later. Bye.